This is a story time about how we put the bad in Carlsbad. But before we get there, the story starts at Lake Colorado City State Park. Seemed really nice. We only ended up being here for a night. Ooh, this moment. We'll come back to that. We were supposed to be here for 2 nights, but we decided to go ahead and leave a day early because we were going to be facing high wind advisories on our way to Carlsbad. Don't really have much else to say about this park, except for the fact that Harriet stepped on a cactus with him being here for 2 minutes. Otherwise, clean facilities, and was definitely worth just spending the night. So here we are, all packed up, ready to go, and I even took screenshots of the directions in case we lost cell phone signal. This was by far the longest we've ever towed the trailer in one trip. We were on the road for 5 hours, and that was before we hit all the construction. And by construction, I mean a solid 50 plus miles of constant switching one-lane traffic with random stoplights in the middle of absolute nowhere. But we finally hit New Mexico. Yay! Remember the part of the story where I told you we touched base on Eric pumping up tires? Well, during pre-check, before we left Colorado City, we forgot to check to make sure that the battery case cover was intact. So now we have a part of the RV we have to replace, and we also get to try our hand at boondocking. How fun! We have an okay grip on things, and then it dawns on me that I never booked tickets to go into Carlsbad Caverns. You have to have that. So we wake up super early before they even open, planning to get there and get in line, and then we have a flat tire. So now instead of waiting in line to get day of tickets, we are waiting in a tire shop. 2.5 hours later, they fix the tire and they send us on our way, and we're at Carlsbad. We finally wait in line, and we are the last 2 to get admitted. We have just enough time to run back to the campground, jump start a schoolie, and make it back in time to go on our tour. We take a nice little paved hike down to the main natural entrance of the cave, where you get the pleasure of listening to the National Park Ranger tell you all of the rules that quite a few people just don't follow. But with that said, why don't you come walk with us into the main entrance?
Yeah, definitely elevator up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At this point, it gets dark, and I highly recommend bringing a flashlight or using the one on your phone because it doesn't get any lighter than it is right now. Here are just a few of the pictures I took inside. Overall, I'm super happy that we made this trip and we got to go into the caverns. We were too early for the bats, but we made the best of what we could. New Mexico hasn't been a friend of ours since my 30th birthday, but that's a story for another time. I'm just glad we got to mail our postcards from 750 feet below.